Back with another installation on Project Primer Blue. Okay, we're still waiting on a few parts to complete the power steering system. However, we have everything we need to put this guy on. I know there's a lot of people who are aware of what a catch can is. This is the catch can that I'm going to be installing onto Project Primer Blue. It's the same catch can I have on my Mustang. This is a vent to atmosphere, obviously, catch can, which means it does not recirculate any of the air from the crankcase back through the induction system or the intake or the manifold or anything like that. All those ports are going to be blocked off, or in our case, we have a new intake that just doesn't have those ports. All right, we will be installing our catch can right here on the driver's side fender well. Found a nice little spot that's easy access so that he can service it. It's out of the way, it's not going to be in the way of anything, and it reaches both crankcase ventilation, vent ventilation nipples right here on top of the heads on both sides. Now, as you can see, there's oil that comes out of these things, okay? There's a little moisture there, not much. This is what people have nicknamed the clean side, but basically it's gonna get inside of your air intake, and the oil vapors that come out of the crankcase get recirculated into that combustion event. The purpose of the catch can is to capture those oil vapors that's coming out of the crankcase and prevent it from being recirculated. In our case, the ventilation is going to be a vent to atmosphere. So what it's going to do is it's going to actually capture the oil vapors before it just ventilates the air to atmosphere. Okay. This isn't going to make it an oily smell. It's not going to make a gasoline smell or anything like that. I don't think this car is going to be pumping hard enough to be able to do something like that. Now, if we're talking about you're getting oil vapor into the combustion vent via the PCV, crankcase ventilation, and things like that, oil, if every ounce of horsepower matters, it may drop the octane a bit. Just maybe a smidge. Are you going to notice it? I doubt it. Then also thinking about it, over time, it might be kind of a death by 1,000 razor blade cuts, where if you're constantly getting oil vapor that's getting in through the induction system, well, where does that go? It might float around. It's going to, obviously, I showed you right there, it sticks to your throttle body. Maybe it goes to your valve train. Maybe it goes to here, there, everywhere. And it just eventually will coat everything. And then you have an oil soot or grime that's kind of caked up on everything. And when that happens, what's that doing? Does it, maybe, and we're talking small percentages and fractions here, and it may not matter. Maybe you may not even own the car to the point of the lifetime that it comes to this, but produces airflow. It could ruin that perfect combustion event. It's not metering correctly. It's not moving as quick and swiftly and as greased as it's designed to. So there's lots of reason where the catch can and putting this catch can as vent to atmosphere and things like that will help to keep things clean. Because if things are clean, things operate a whole lot smoother, a whole lot better. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to install this guy onto the car. So to get this on, we've already got a little mount bracket right here. So it's already meant and intended to be fit up this way. I'll take one little Allen head carefully. Yeah, just snug, guys. This, it's not going anywhere. Just needs to be snug. Okay, because we just need it snug so that whenever he goes to unscrew the canister, it's easy to do so. Then got our little clamp, little air cleaner for the top. Push it all the way down. We're gonna tighten this guy up. So these guys factory push connections. Boom, done right there. Gonna get a little more involved because we got to tie this down, but that's basically connected right there. Okay. To kind of finish this install, we're going to take some zip ties and we're going to zip tie these guys. So like some of this is going to be the OEM wire loom, and that kind of just clips onto the motor in certain spots, and we're just going to piggyback right there. That way we know it's not going to go anywhere. It's not super permanent, you know, in that sense either. We'll take a little clips, trim so it looks nice and neat. There you have it. This catch can install is complete. As you can see, it's super easy to install. This is the Evil Energy catch can. I bought it off Amazon. Like I said, the F-150 has one. The Mustang has one. Project Primer Blue now has one. For you to get one, it would just improve your engine by making that crankcase ventilation go to a better spot, because it does need to vent. Do not try to contain it. That's not going to be good for anybody. But when it does ventilate, you need to catch the oil vapor, and that's exactly what that catch can is going to do. And whenever it comes time for when you do your oil changes, the bottom of that canister will unthread, and you take it, you dump it out where you're going to dispose of your engine oil, and that's it. As simple as that. You go twist it back on. That's all the maintenance you got. And it drastically cleans up your engine, cleans up the intake system, cleans up your valves, and prevents them from getting sludged up in oil vapor and gunked up from that particular point of introduction of oil vapor into the induction system. It's going to improve the performance because you're not getting oil vapor mixed in with clean metered air, which your computer is hoping it's clean metered air, not air that's going to be mixed up with crankcase ventilation with, you know, oil droplets everywhere. So now they do make different variations where the catch can is in line with PCV, where it still circulates into your intake manifold and into your intake tube. That you can get a system that does kind of hold up that OEM routing if you don't want to go to a vent to atmosphere, or you don't want to try and plug off like OEM plug holes and things like that. So they do have all sort of different options for your catch cans. This isn't just a Ford thing. Chevy, Mitsubishi, all of them, everybody can benefit from a catch can. I don't know why they don't come standard, or why not? You know, I'm sure there's some sort of emissions reasoning for it, but leave a like below, comment your thoughts, and get yourself a catch can today. It's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Again, they're not super expensive, easy to find, easy to get, easy to kind of put together your own little deal. Or there's plenty of brilliant companies that spend lots of money in research and develop really nice catch can systems. So, and if it's your first time here, I want you to think of subscribing, and I will see you later.